We're live in the building. We are back. Welcome back to the Blaxploitation podcast. Well, episode 3, that's where we at. It's me, it's your man Blax at the God Degree on all socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm lying on Facebook. Facebook is facebook.com/ the black long live blacks. And blaxlife.com. Like I said, at the God Degree on all other socials. What's happening, my man?
It's your boy Reason, 4AR.
For
Everything
sure.
happens for a reason. We here, episode 3. Had a good week.
Yeah, man, I had a real good week. It was a real productive week. Wow, a lot of things have manifested. So shall I say, have manifested from the 3D to the 5D or the 5D to the 3D, all up live in your TV, however they be talking about on other YouTube channels with the psychics and whatnot and mediums. But no, a lot of great things happened this week. Let's see. Put some tapes out.
Oh yeah.
For Bandcamp Friday. Limited 4 edition direct to tape beat set.
We were just talking about how your merch game is crazy, and then you came up with the idea, and you sold like within the last week. That's crazy.
Yep.
Like,
So those tapes they sold. It was just 4 of them. They sold for minimum $25 each. People had the option to pay what they can because you can do that on Bandcamp. So that was a good option. Also, a company, my friend Rob Martinez has a company called AMG Music Grading out in Palm Springs, Florida. So the tapes are being graded like comic books and collector's items and packaged like, like
authenticated.
Yeah, and authenticated. So that's what the people who bought those items will receive, like a actual like graded collectible, 1 of 4.
Nice.
And like so it's never gonna be created again. So that was awesome. Like it was just good to like, wake up Friday and just, wake up to like, okay, sales. All right, cool. They all sold. So
that's some good art right there.
Hey, good art. That was just the idea. One thing my grandma told me, my grandmother was Angeline Gilbert. That's who I named my last album after. But one thing she told me when she was alive, I was like, Grandma, I'm broke. I don't got no money. She's like, what you mean you ain't got no money? I was like, I don't got no money. I'm broke. She's like, you got an idea, don't you? I was like, Grandma, I got plenty of ideas. She's like, well, use one of them to make you some money. So shout out to my grandma, Angeline Gilbert, man. Hit the applause button for Grandma. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and still the hustler very early in you.
Oh man, yeah, Grandma. I think she instilled the hustle into everybody. I like to say all Angeline's babies are stars. You know what I'm saying? Because like all my mom and my aunts and everybody got a little hustle in them because I guess naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My grandma had 13 children in Arkansas.
Right.
Back in the day, so she had to hustle. Making clothes and cooking all that food. They had animals in and a plot of farmland. So they was going to work. So she definitely I think just being from that background and from those type of people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And still hard workers. You know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah, definitely. Family. That's the core.
Yep.
Foundation to what you are today.
Most definitely. But otherwise, man, yeah, this week is materializing. I got some things brewing that I'm setting up. I'm not going to speak on just yet, but, everything's been working out well. Just came back from Chicago doing some recording out there with a producer named Smoke Benito. Shout out to him. Did some real light work. We working on a little project. Just something, you know what I'm saying? Because it's about maintaining and keeping working. Yeah, but the week was solid, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy, just happy for us to be getting a good response on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to everybody who've been watching, tuning in, comment, subscribe, leave something in the comments.
Oh yeah, keep the conversation going there.
Keep the conversation going. If you want to hear something, if you want to know something, if you've seen something, been somewhere, seen us in the streets at the grocery store, holler at me, anything of that nature. But yeah, and I'm really just appreciative of all the people who've been like just tuning in, tapping in, sharing, reposting, um, calling me, telling me about the podcast. So we here, we're gonna keep it going. People want to be on the show eventually. We have a slight agenda to get through. You know what I'm saying with this initial season, but we definitely gonna be welcoming other people into the mix. Something that was on my mind, you know what I'm saying, before
Okay.
we keep going
Okay.
was you know what I'm saying, because we here um, as a representative of not only of hip hop overall worldwide, but most definitely like being a champion for the city of Milwaukee. And one thing I was thinking about since we in the east location anyway was just giving a shout out to a rest in peace to Big Juan. I want to say that and on this show. And Big Juan was an artist from here. There was I think he was 19 and he was taking off. You know what I'm saying? His stuff was taking off. Him, you would see him and his crew outside. I was like, wow, they was really looking like something. And he got shot. I think he was sitting in the living room of some of his grandma's house on the east side, and somebody shot up the house, and he ended up getting shot and dying. So I just want to give a shout out um, to if anybody watching connected to Big Juan, you know what I'm saying, just a big shout out to just like the things that he was trying to accomplish in his young life, and just a shout out to all the other young artists, you know what I'm saying, like that's around the city making noise, you know what I'm saying, like I really appreciate just tuning in and seeing what they have going on, being young, having fun, you know what I'm saying, while they still got that community around them of all those youth.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely. Milwaukee supports.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Milwaukee love. One more applause.
There we go.
Otherwise, whew, man, just still building towards the Blaxploitation, you know what I'm saying? 6/24/24. Um
Yes, that is the date.
that is the date, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing. Lord willing. You know.
Definitely.
I definitely don't like to really like be a person about like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this the release date, you know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of archaic, but being as, you know what I'm saying, for this, like, I think like, it's an importance, and a weight for me for this project, and like, just wanting to have people be really aware and abreast that it's coming out and that, you know what I'm saying, that it's gonna be there. I don't want people asking me like, yo, when it's coming out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like it's gonna be plenty opportunity for plenty promotion. You're gonna hear it more than 7 times. If you hear more than 7 times, it should be emblazoned and stuck in your head. We'll put it in black and red or McDonald's colors, so that you can really identify with it. Still some things. I mean, like, I guess just some not even post production, just some things. You know what I'm saying? I'm finishing up with all that, but at this point, plenty of time. Happy that the work is done.
Yeah, is the music is complete.
Yeah.
I think everything else is all part of the rollout.
Yeah.
Fine tuning and things like that. But the music is done and it's stamped.
Music is stamped and official, baby, like a referee with a whistle. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? That's some real Milwaukee game. Yeah, but that's a go. That's a go. What about you, man? How's your week?
Oh, week's been good. I've been getting quite a few sessions, so couple mixes here, couple radio edits there. So I'm always busy with that. So good stuff.
All right, you been getting any feedback from any of your people about the other podcast episodes? Sir?
Oh, it was pretty good. They probably didn't surprise. They was probably surprised how much I was talking, or even put the face and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a good response of this is new for me, and I think it's dope. So we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
Co-host.
That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You host or co-host. You know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We know how to lead and follow in this situation.
Right.
Right. Wow. So
now I know we kind of left off on like your journey and your path. We got up to the high school years, right?
Yeah. We was talking about high school.
Talked about Milwaukee Racine, he came up in the scene, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We definitely. I know one. Yeah, we was definitely like I said in the previous episode. Shout out to Racine. So many things happened to me, like happened for me,
Right.
like for my like young hip hop career.
Mm-hmm.
I guess hip hop lifestyle or like the vision for me of being a MC happened for me in Racine, because when I was still in high school when I had my first I had an internship at a studio down there. I don't know if I mentioned that in the previous episode, but I did have
Mm-hmm.
an internship at a studio. There's a guy named Wimpy. He was like I guess he used to be a big soul singer back in Racine, but he was like a gospel
Okay.
guy, older guy, and he opened up his studio for, if you wanted to have an internship there, he would, what I'm saying, show you how to record and produce, and only thing is you couldn't curse. So
Right.
and that was cool because we was all about, what I'm saying, like the lyrics anyway. So that was like my first time being in a real nice studio.
That's a good way to learn right away. Because,
Yeah.
at the beginning, we always say it word, F word,
Right,
all like
right,
that.
right, right,
Those are easy rhyme words and stuff. So
right.
that was a good exercise to kind of start with.
Yep. So we was in there. I forget what equipment we was using, but I think we was definitely recording on DATs. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Y'all
man, take it back.
take it back. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I
I
don't want
don't
to talk.
even think I even messed with a dap
Yeah,
before,
yeah. I
before
don't.
my time.
Yeah. But like this was his setup, and but yeah, me and my boy Romel. Shout out to Romel with two L's out of Louisville, Kentucky. We gonna be doing some things down in Kentucky soon. You know what I'm saying? But he was one of the interns, and me and him was in there making songs, and my homegirl Eris. It was just a dope experience. So many things happened, like with that, like me and him, we put out a tape. It was
Mm-hmm.
that was '98. Wow, wow. We do it like this for the 9/8. All
Right.
you busters, I'm a player. Better get it straight. Yeah, we put that tape out. Like that was another time. So I guess twice in my high school career, like what I'm saying, I had tapes that went around school. But this was after, of course, the first one from that we was talking about off the last episode. But me and him, we put that tape out. I was selling tapes. I think like Wimpy was charging us $8 a tape. $8 like to if we wanted to duplicate it.
All
And we
right,
wasn't
right.
thinking like, oh, we would just go like take that and like make our own tapes. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just buying them from dude, and then like I don't know, I forgot how much I was selling them for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like
Oh, that was kind of like the $8 master.
right though. I wasn't thinking of it like that though.
Oh, okay, right.
But yeah, man, like I got a good response. We got a real good response from like the community and like the school.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool at that point in time. But like I think with a lot of things, like with the music, like and being young, I would always be listening to like the adults around me, like what you gonna do, what you really gonna do, you know what I'm saying, instead of like being like, no, this shit is viable, like if I keep going. So
Mm-hmm.
I do, like from there I went to the Marines, you know what I'm saying, after high school. But you know what I'm saying, let me just backtrack because it was still so much, you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
it was like last two high school years where we was going up to the local up to UW Whitewater just to rap. While I was still like a junior and senior in high school, going up to Whitewater just to like rap and battle against college kids. And one of my homeboys, Marquilio, I was just talking with him on the phone. But like when I was 17, I went up to Whitewater and I thought I was hot shit. You know what I'm saying? But I met him. He was probably 19, and he was up there just tearing heads off.
Right.
At that point in time, like the illest I ever met. Like, I was like, really like made me hone in on some at that point in time, just like freestyling and whatnot, because it was just like he was unbelievable with it.
That was definitely a craft. Like you typical high schoolers, we're into sports,
Yeah, yeah,
or we're into something else. I mean, you're into the rapping, into the culture, like rapping with grown adults.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So you really got seasoned early.
Mm-hmm.
Even that can even apply your maturity level too. Of who you was hanging out with and what you already had a focus.
Yeah. Yeah. And Racine, man, shout out to my boy Tom Wood. Shout out to my boy Rob Hollingsworth, man, because he introduced me to Tom Wood. It's funny, man. I had a stigma when I moved to Racine. I was like, I ain't rapping with no white boys because Tommy Italian, you know what I'm saying? But then I met Tommy. He was one of the illest motherfuckers you ever met, man. So like we, you know, in Racine, we was doing things together, man. There's so many people, man, that was older than me and older than all of us. Like at the time, like we would just be. It was funny. I was seeing this guy Emerson Holiday. He got a restaurant now called Dragon Pit. And I was talking to him, and I was like, man, I was 17, and y'all knocked out in your basement studio, probably drinking beers and just bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? But, like, just down there, like, you know, being in that element, you know what I'm saying? Like, being around people recording music, being around people, like, just in that hip-hop scene or whatever.
So it's like everybody that met you along the way knowing you as a rapper.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
Yeah. I always been that. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless to anything else or any other path I've taken in life, like, that was it though. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a rapper or like in this realm. You know what I'm saying? I think that's in my high school, like my yearbook though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so and like that's me. Like since I was a little kid though, like I had, you know, I was walking around with the Jordans with the tags hanging off of my shoes in the 3rd, 4th grade with hard blue denim on.
Right.
You know? Something going crazy over there?
No, I was just checking.
Oh. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if you've known me, you know me. You know what I'm saying? Or not to say like you know, cuz not to say in that way, like, you know, people change and grow. But I think the core of my character has always remained the same.
Right.
You know, I wasn't somebody who, you know what I'm saying? My thing ain't been wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? Art in general.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? An
art, rapping, music.
Yep.
It's always been that.
Yep. It's always been that. Always been that. You know, can't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? If you see me doing some auto mechanics, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, although, you know, I could do some basics, but, you know, I ain't about to be fixing your carburetor or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just out of character for me.
Right.
But, you know, like, you know, organizing, art, you know what I'm saying? Poetry, being cold as a mother on that mic. Hip-hop, the love of my life, you know what I'm saying?
It's in you.
It's in me. It ain't on me, player. You know what I'm saying? I ain't put it on like this jacket. Been getting a lot of compliments on this jacket lately.
Oh yeah, no, that's fresh.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Designed it myself. Designed the back. Shout out to Mild Fever, my homeboy. You know what I'm saying, with the screen print. He did some of the screen printing, but it's like a collaborative effort. You know, I'm probably gonna continually add on to it. You know, I've seen some people in the streets today, they wanted some jackets. I was like, oh, shit. Everything's for sale, you know what I'm saying? Everything's for sale.
Right. Hey, that was another idea that Granny was talking about.
Right. I was like, Granny, man, I need some lunch. She was like, sell a jacket. Shout out to Grandma, Angeline Gilbert. And if any of Angeline babies is watching this and tuning in, man, leave a little message in the comments, folks. You know what I'm saying? We is out here. I hope y'all just enjoying the time, man. Wow, where we at with it? We gotta get into probably get into this next track, huh?
This next track there, okay.
Oh wow, we are track 3, man. You know what I'm saying? Of the Blaxploitation and Blaxploitation album. Thank you for tuning in to this Blaxploitation experience. The Blaxploitation podcast. Don't get blacks exploited. I just want to keep saying that, 7 times, you know what I'm saying? Because Blaxploitation, 6/24/24. Yo, this track right here, man, that we get into, man, this is the 3rd track off the Blaxploitation album. This is Ballerina, produced by my man Vandal Vast from the Ruby Yacht crew down in Nashville, Tennessee. This track is just dope. You know what I'm saying? When I first heard this instrumental, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It blew me away. And I had just came off of, we had just came off a tour. Me and my boy Rap Ferreira 2 years ago. We did a little tour, 2 weeks. It was actually it was bigger than a little tour. It was really nice. 2 weeks on the road, and I know we was talking about my man Vandal Vass. So when I got off the road, I hit him, asked him for a pack of beats. He sent me some phenomenal beats, and like this was the first song I like remember. No, this was the first song I wrote off tour. So all the songs on this album got some history behind them. They just like weren't made like somebody just they weren't even all made for this specific purpose of this album. Just different sessions, just that were tucked away. But
yeah, this is a dope beat. I love this beat.
yeah,
I remember this session too. It was during the summer when you came.
Yep.
You came right off the tour there.
I was right off the summer, like right in the summer, right off tour.
Now, what made you name it Ballerina? How did that come about? Like, was it like after the song, or was it the beat name was that? Or
I think, cause of how I started, like, you know what I'm saying, and I would be giving too much right now of how I started the verse and like how the words came to me.
Yeah.
And then I just thought the juxtaposition of like, the content, because it was really hard, and the beat is like, real like got that whimsical.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you know what I'm saying, but something like Ballerina. I like to put like that juxtaposition like in my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it's just a creative name. I like
definitely some elegance in there, some grimy elegance.
Yeah, grimy elegance. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to put it. Shout out to Vandal Vass. Shout out to Ruby Yacht. Shout out to the Soul Folks crew. Shout out to the homies down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to get the other homie, Randall Bravery, a beat on the album, but you know what I'm saying? He never gave me one. So if he watching this, we got to work together.
Oh man, just got to send some beats and
yeah. Don't be sending, you know what I'm saying, blaxlife@gmail.com. That's BLAXLIFE @gmail.com. Send some beats, but don't send no whack shit. You know what I'm saying? No whack beats. We gonna just I'm just gonna email you back to turd emoji. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't do that.
No, I'm playing. I would never do that. I would be like, keep going, Feel encouraged, little buddy.
But yeah, but definitely for you, I know personally for me, sending you beats or sending packs, definitely just send like just a batch, just some random. Sometimes, I let you kind of determine where you want to go. So it'll be some of this, some of that in there. So you'll always want to give a variety, but definitely the fire.
Oh yeah. I think I guess I sometimes I got a preference, like of a style, but like not really though, because I feel like you got to be very versatile and able to go on something different. You know what I'm saying? So and we've been working together for so long, and at this point, man, it don't even matter, man. Like. I think like when I'm in the studio, like I had a session today and I was like, just playing beats. I'm like, all right, just shit. All right, leave that one on, because if I catch some words to it immediately, I could just keep it going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I know like, I was recording to a lot of short beats today, minute 40, 2 minutes. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? If I catch 2-3 bars, I can keep that going. You know what I'm saying? And this thing that I was working on today, like we keeping every song of the same subject matter.
Oh,
like the whole project is gonna be one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now you was down there writing on the spot. Do you usually do that all the time, or you like to sit take with a beat?
I wrote 2 of the joints before, and like I wrote 2 of the joints before I got down there. I wrote 2 of the joints before I got down there. And then I recorded, you know what I'm saying? And one we did 4.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them I kind of had a loose idea. And so, did that one, and then I wrote another one, So it don't matter, man. Like, it's all the same process to me, writing, you know what I'm saying? It really don't matter as far as like, I like to, I didn't want to cheat the situation, like to just go down there and just lay the vocals that I already had done,
Right.
like while I'm experiencing or exchanging in this
New space.
new space. So I also want to go down there and create something. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I maybe make it worthwhile for everybody. You know, the producer, engineer.
Catch the vibe.
Yeah, yeah. And it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like a hip hop handshake. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's like how you say, "Oh, what up, dog?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, you know,
Oh yeah, that is impressive when you come in like pin the whole joint right
yeah,
away.
yeah.
15 minutes, lay it down, like
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
It's like, all right.
couple takes. And
Yeah, we good now.
go.
We good now. Like, you know, we established a building relationship.
Right.
You know, and that's important too.
It's like you passed the hip hop test.
True indeed. I want to like stress for a lot of people, man. You know, underground artists. You know, we all trying to get up and be and get up out of our area and do our thing, and you know what I'm saying. But you know, a lot of people, man, just never like really take that opportunity off aside from being online to like really go outside and really network. You know, so and you know what I'm saying, and ain't it's you know ain't really it's the interstate ain't nothing too far. You know, you should be able to network anywhere within 6 to 7 hours from your home, you know, and establish a route like that. But that's definitely important. And I think like the younger cats that's like, you know, came up in the internet era don't really understand or recognize that, because going outside actually and meeting people is more, it bears a heavier weight than just the number of followers. And people be lying about them followers anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I be seeing people YouTube page, you got 1,000 subscribers. The number says you have 1,000 subscribers, and every video immediately don't have, you know, no type of numbers. You know what I'm saying?
At least half or something in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see like
translate.
those. Yeah, you can see those, like, you know, and that's the thing too with an artist. I'd rather be a guy with integrity than like, you know, because somebody gonna look at their page and know you faking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can, you know, and I can't say faking, but buying verified badges and checks to look like what? You know what I'm saying? Why I'm gonna get a verified badge when I got a 600 followers? You know, unless I'm really that person. You know what I'm saying? But like paying $14 a month to look at, you know, and I just think like even that's just that. I mean, not even I think that's just not it. You know what I'm saying? You can't fake the game now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know like the Wizard of Oz type shit. The mask been pulled off. You know?
Oh yeah, they don't fly no more.
Yeah, and what's more important, like, you know, I think like, you know, 100 real fans, 100 real people that's gonna spend $10 with you every month. If they can, if you can get that, 100 people that can spend $10 with you every month, that is better than 1,000,000 fake followers. You know?
Genuine, real fans.
Yeah. Genuine people, man. Like, shout out to those people who bought those tapes, man. That was a litmus test, you know, a litmus test, and I'm giving them something back, quality in return, you know. And I'm happy I'm not waiting weeks later, like, you know, for those products to be so bought and turned over, you know. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying, out here pushing, doing the thug thizzle for Rizzle. Definitely having a good time though, you know. These last couple of weeks have definitely been a big hustle, because we are, you know what I'm saying, I guess, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff, you know, going into like, you know, making sure we produce these shows and, you know, edits and, you know, and then taking care of the normal 1-2 everyday thing, you know what I'm saying? We definitely have lives. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Actually, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a life outside of being a multi-hyphenate creative and actor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wake up usually, you know what I'm saying? And when I want to wake up, or when the butler wakes me up with breakfast in bed, and if it's not how I want it, I go right back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth. No, it's not. But
it's real.
It's real, you know, man. Shit is real.
I seen them.
You seen how DJ Khaled was getting carried out of his car? That's how I get carried everywhere like that. I get carried everywhere like that.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Man, yeah.
Another
one. I got some Trump ones coming in the mail. I didn't tell you about those. You know what I'm saying? Just copped up a pair of them Trump ones.
Uh-oh.
I'm lying like a motherfucker. No, I ain't gonna goddamn Trump ones, man. Did you watch the State of the Union? I didn't.
Nah, not me. No.
I did not watch the State of the Union, and we are talking music, sports, politics. I did not watch the State of the Union. I did see Jalen Green catch a body though, like on some
Yeah, I seen that highlight.
some NBA highlights.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. Like, you think Wemby going for Rookie of the Year?
Oh, who else is it really?
They say Chet Holmgren, but I think that was early on.
Yeah, Chet. I mean,
his
is like a red shirt rookie year.
Yeah, I don't like them red shirt rookies. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think like he was looking like that guy until Wemby showed up. But nah.
They know how to pass the ball to the tallest dude on the court now.
Yeah.
Before they wasn't giving to him. Like, no, give him the ball. Like,
right.
He's gonna do his thing.
Right.
Quadruple double.
Yeah, he crazy. That's the future. Dude is doing step back threes, dribble through the leg. He's 7. He got Steph Curry game at 7'4". It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. And like Greg Popovich, man, like he just be making animals over there. I know he over there just salivating. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And just like rubbing his hand, Birdman hand rubbing over there.
He stayed on the court. He didn't retire right away then. Let me give it a couple more years.
Give it a couple more years, Coach.
Gave him some life.
Right. He done had Kawhi over there. He's like, this is what I do. I don't know. And then Wemby got a little brother.
I've been hearing that.
Yep. And there's some other like tall, I forget the guy name who's supposed to be like the first round draft pick next year. Is it Sar or something like that? Another guy out there in France. So, international basketball is doing this thing, man, and I think like, they focus on skill development a lot more than we do over here.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that take what Gilbert Arenas said?
What he said about?
He said get rid of all the Euro players. He said their defense is weak. He said, he said they a liability on defense. They only give some offense, and that's why the NBA game looks so wide open because now your Euro 7-footer is waiting for the three, so it's making it open.
Oh,
but he's saying that the Euro guys are too slow, and the only way they can succeed is in a spread type of offense.
Like, who are you talking about though? Like Nikola Jokic? Like it ain't too many. Like
he said name any Euros that are top defensive players besides Wemby and Giannis. Talking about the other guys is slow, like your Dragic, your.
It's not like it's a bunch of them, though. It's not like
right.
It's not like that's half the NBA.
I think Luka, succeeds in offense, but they always claim that his defense is suspect. But they saying that's the Euro game.
Is it? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
It was a hot take.
Gil
he had some
Gil
points.
Be full of hot takes, man. He like, you know what I'm saying?
But I think it was more about the 7-footer's not on the block no more, so it's wide open for everybody.
Anybody who brings some guns to the locker room gonna be full of hot takes. That motherfucker was a hot take in the locker room and goddamn in the Wizards locker room. Motherfucker like he was having the best season of his life.
First Ja Morant.
Man, the first he was Ja Morant senior. It was crazy, man. Crazy. They had cocaine in that locker room. Oh man.
Hey, the Wizards.
Oh man, what time we?
Looking good.
Oh man, it's crazy because I ain't even you know what I'm saying. Hey, you know what I'm saying, but we still here. Wow.
Now we came back from the Marines, 18, 19 years old, right? What was the next step for you after that? where the because you're out of high school, so it's more you on your own now.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like, I guess, what I'm saying, we kind of like blending narratives because like after high school, what I'm saying, went to the Marines. Um was there for a couple of years, what I'm saying, had one of those Antoine Fisher experiences, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard-headed. But but like then after that, like I was in college for a little while, and that's when I really started doing like the Cream City Records thing. I was telling you about the label that when I was young, and I quit because um I don't know. I was just young and
Hard head, yeah,
hard
yeah,
headed.
yeah.
I wasn't,
Said it.
like I was thinking I was really dope and shit, and like I don't know, wasn't getting my shine or some shit, but like it mattered.
I'm gonna start my own label.
I ain't even get my shine, man. But no, I was getting everything. Like, bro, we did shows with Dame Grease. He was a big producer in New York.
Yeah. Dane Grease producer.
Dame Grease.
All the early DMX.
Yeah.
Early lock stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like we did a show in Ottawa, Canada, with him and his crew when he had it was Dame Grease Presents album. A bunch of cats mad as on, like that was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we was all over the place. We was in had a big headliner show in like Phoenix, Arizona, but like this is like we didn't even understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
This was So that was yeah, we was doing some things, man. We was doing some things at a young age, man. I was like, once I look back, man, I'm like, wow, I had all this experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like that's not like everybody's experience. It's even everybody who do music and pursue music. I know people who hadn't been on the road until they was well off. You know what I'm saying? But I just started off like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, and I think I probably took a lot of it for granted. Like it was just everybody's life. Like it was just normal because that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like for years, just being in studios or, like second nature. This shit is like, some people grew up and their dad was an auto mechanic. You know what I'm saying? But like my dad wasn't a musician in my household or something, but like this is just a thing. Always been around these things. So, but that was a a real good time there. And like I said, after the Cream City experience, went on to record the Street Scholar. And that was my first solo album effort. Me and Dylan Thomas. That
shout out to Dylan Thomas.
Yeah. He was the first one, like, you know what I'm saying, one of the early ones, like on that like Dilla style. He actually introduced me to Jay, like formally, like, you know what I'm saying, like to like I was like, oh, like, Jay Dilla, Mad Lib, Quasimodo, you know what I'm saying, Doom, all that, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to that guy for that, because he put me down, and like we recorded that album, The Street Scholar, which we did a lot for both of us. You know what I'm saying? I think
what year was that?
Wow, 2005, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know anything to do. Like we recorded an album. His girlfriend put it on her credit card. The copies, we got all, you know what I'm saying? I think I designed everything, like all the like the cover art and everything, and like we got 1,000 CDs, and once we got that 1,000 back, I put 250 in a backpack and took a Greyhound to Atlanta. And like
he's out here.
I was out here. And like that's how I survived for like a week or two in Atlanta. I sold damn near, I think I sold about 200 CDs. But even then, like, you know what I'm saying, like I wasn't thinking how futuristic that was. I'm thinking it's just normal, like I'm just hustling, you know what I'm saying, on the streets.
Right.
But not that, no, you really out here selling your albums to people. You know what I'm saying? Meeting with people in studios and stuff down there. At that point in time, I think like the even though I always had an independent hustling mindset, I think like still like at that point in time, like that whole industry mindset was like, oh, you got to be industry this or you got to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what was getting pumped into us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like social media. You couldn't develop a network. I don't even know if like Well, I mean, like, there was things, but it just wasn't sophisticated as it was today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was just way more transparency, and like you from your handheld device can create so much, and you can reach so many people. But then it was like, you got to spend 49.57 for the industry directory, and then like, oh, you gotta.
Right.
I'm gonna send a demo out to 1,000 people. Like, it's gonna cost me $5,000 to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just.
I know some cats, they don't, I don't know what would you call it. It was not necessarily courage for them to hustle their own CDs out there like that, or put themselves out there that, to try to sell they art. So
Yeah.
they tend to fall back or go the other way or send it through the mail type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a different shake hands, kiss babies type thing.
Yeah, and it's more responsive too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I realized was, all right, well, you got to learn how to take a bunch of no's. But if you can take 5 no's, watch that yes,
Right.
and then watch the other yes, watch the next yes, and like
that takes courage though for some.
Yeah,
they don't even want to hear one no.
Yeah, it's like building up muscle though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, before you can do 50 push-ups, you got to do 1. And sometimes it's hard to get that 1. But once you do 1, you can do 5. You can do 5. You can do 10. You know what I'm saying? 10, 20, and like that's how it was. I've always been like selling something. You know what I'm saying? So the confidence to just go talk. I know I can talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if I'm selling my thing, I can keep talking. You know what I'm saying? And I do remember when I was in Atlanta, like going down by the underground. I got no's. I got a bunch of no's, but then I got some yeses, and another yes, and then I was on fire. And then I was getting a bunch of yeses.
How much were you selling them for?
Maybe 10. You know what I'm saying? I did it in Philly. I went a couple places with this album, and I was selling like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
You had the artwork and everything, printing the good printed on the CDs. Wasn't no Sharpie or nothing.
No. And this was my first effort, like thing, and I didn't want it to look like, because that's what people was doing.
Right.
Duplicating CDs and like writing shit and like putting stickers on them and selling that.
The burn tower.
I had the Glass Master. I had the real joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's still that master somewhere else, wherever the hell we did that out. But but yeah, like I just wanted to be like, I wanted to have it as a professional look as possible, because I didn't want to be played. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They couldn't say nothing then.
Couldn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? It looked like what it was supposed to look like. And at that point in time, that was ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot futuristic. Like, it was an expensive venture.
Definitely out the trunk.
Definitely super
style,
super out the trunk. And like, but like that was how I learned the game. And like that was how I learned, you could make something off your music. All right, I'm printing. If I was broke, I'm gonna go print CDs. I'm gonna go print 50 CDs, and make something happen. Because at that point in time, you hustling. All right, you want 10, but I take 7. You know what I'm saying? I used to with my cousin Billy, man, billionaire, and his cousin, man. I would like set up, and we would go to racing or go to different areas or downtown, and I'd be like, all right, y'all take 10 CDs, and we would be splitting. Like I get him 50%. You know what I'm saying? And like it was working. And like we'd go make a couple $100, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this thing was working like that. Like I was like, if I really think that like one of the things, and you know what I'm saying, protect me, but like with the streaming, like I just think like that was a way to kind of stop the rise of black millionaires, you know what I'm saying? Black independent millionaires in music. Because like this how black people was getting rich off that music, you know what I'm saying? Out the trunk.
Right.
Anybody who up there now, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the older guys, Ludacris, even Jay-Z, 50 Cent.
50 Cent with the mixtape.
Yeah, Master P. Like, if you like, most of these people was out the trunk. All the record labels. That's how they became record labels, because they had physical records to sell. That's how they made the money. The streaming is a myth. It's a myth, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a Master P right now in this generation. You don't have an independent mogul. Where are the independent? How can you be a mogul? How can you be an independent mogul?
Right.
How? The money, like, they've killed that resource, and this is a resource. Come on, this is how James Brown got rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't get rich from being an entertainer or having a record deal. He sold records. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Isaac Hayes, Barry White. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people who own their own destiny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mastered their own destiny. Why they dead now? I don't know. Conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, man, but we got corporations like Apple and like or Spotify where it's some white nerd, and excuse me, but like it's a white nerd at the top of Spotify, and it's like he not a creative at all, but yet 1,000 people a day upload their music to him, his website, and he get paid more than the artist.
60,000 new songs uploaded.
Yeah, he get paid more. Like he get paid more. Like he ain't even a creative. This is like a robbery, a fucking robbery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how do
things haven't caught up yet?
Man, they said you gotta stream 800,000 times or something to earn the amount of a 40-hour work week at $15 an hour. So you got to stream almost 1 million songs to live in poverty. Crazy. Way in poverty.
Crazy.
So what? Like, y'all got a bunch of music that's not up on streaming. And like, you can go check it out on Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? Pay me for it. Or, one day I'll figure out another way to put it up some other way.
Yeah.
But like I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? The numbers don't do it for me. Right. Like my ego don't need to be boosted. My bank account needs to be boosted. You know what I'm saying? And even the people who getting checks, it's just a small portion,
Right.
Well, not everybody, but some people are getting huge checks.
Definitely, definitely some powers that be and some gatekeepers that's making that trickle down effect shitty.
The gatekeepers. Yeah.
So it's definitely something that they holding on to, but I think even now with the technology, the technology is ahead of the law. You know what I mean? So things that haven't been implemented yet for rights, they already pocketed and took all the money. Then now they're going back and for suits to go back and pay for unpaid things. Right. But they already ran away with the money and all of that.
That shit had already been spent in Turks and Caicos.
Right. So they willing to give these suits up because they already made their money. Right. They willing to pay you the rest. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, my bad. Here you go. But they already had got rich off it. So.
Sorry, we screwed you over.
Yeah.
Sorry, we screwed you over. But I don't know, maybe,
I think even something else was kind of ahead of the technology, like with the video games. Just how like Grand Theft Auto, you can sell all these millions of copies and stuff, but the music on there, they wasn't getting paid per copy like how they should. They was only getting a straight upfront fee, but not knowing they was going to sell 1 billion copies and stuff. So now the law is trying to catch up to those things because they got over.
They diamond. That's really a diamond single.
Right. They got over on people like that.
Yeah.
Early. So
can't be thirsty.
So hopefully things will be changing and all of that. But the crooks ran away already.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Believe that.
That's the industry.
I mean, Make some noise.
Oh yeah. On that note, how we feeling?
Man, we feeling good, feeling chilling, ill and willing like a villain on penicillin. You heard me? Man, we good. Let's wrap this thing on up. We thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the Blaxploitation podcast. Hope you're having a great time following the experience, following the conversation, getting more in tune with what we got going on and what we have to bring to you with this new project and album, Blaxploitation, dropping 6/24/24. I am your man, Blax at the God Degree. You can catch me there on Twitter, X, and Instagram. And, Facebook is facebook.com/long-live-blacks. But you can get all that information if you just go right over to blackslife.com. Let's go.
Yeah, it's Reason, 4AR. All handles at 4AR Mix. Engineers.com. Blaxploitation Podcast. Follow us. Let's get it.
Yep. Follow, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next mission. Peace.
Chill.